Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got more leaks to go over for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, and unfortunately it isn't good news. We're going to be covering all of that today, so if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, why are these latest leaks not that good? Well, Riddler-Ku originally tweeted this out saying, if Pokemon games themselves had types, I would say that Titan, which is of course the code name for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, is bug dark, and you will feel it while playing. So is given the game of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet bug dark, and my first opinion about that is that the storyline is quite dark. We do know it's going to have quite a sad ending. We don't know how sad, but apparently when Kaka played it first, he said it was quite an emotional ending. So I don't know if it's going to be like Mystery Dungeon Red Blue Rescue Team sad, where obviously, you know, we all had a little cry on that. Or if it's just going to be, you know, not too bad. But either way, it is quite an emotional ending apparently. So that could be why it's quite a dark storyline. But then the bug typing is probably because of the amount of bugs that are going to be present in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, and he actually kind of goes into detail about it later on. So this person here says, let's hope it's not full of bugs, and then obviously he does like the tear kind of face. Now I don't know if they're talking about like bugs because there's so many new bug type Pokemon, or bugs because of the actual bugs in the game that obviously need like sorting out and stuff. It's probably going to be the latter, and the games are probably going to be quite buggy when they do come out. We also have Riddler-Ku here saying, remember to frequently save your games. So not exactly something you want to be really hearing about a game that you're really excited for. So this kind of confirms that the games are going to be super buggy. The thing about open world games is there's always going to be like bugs and stuff because it's just a massive game. But the way that he's kind of talking about it here, he's kind of saying like, look, the game's super buggy. You're going to need to save frequently, otherwise you're going to lose your progress. So that probably means there's quite a few bugs in this game that like will break the game and will have to make you kind of like not restart the whole save file, but like reset your game and reload it up. And obviously if you haven't saved, you're going to lose all that data. I don't know if autosave is going to be in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet like it was in Sword and Shield and stuff. If it is, and it's this buggy, I'd probably say don't turn on autosave, because, you know, if it like glitches whilst it's autosaving, that's when your whole data could like corrupt and stuff. So he says, remember to frequently save your game. Don't take my word for it, or don't take your word for it. I'm guessing that's don't take my word for it. So he's basically saying, like, you know, when you actually play these games yourself, you're going to see how like buggy they are and stuff like that. He also goes into detail about this, saying, you know, how was the post game? He says it would disappoint you. So there's more information here about like not really things you want to hear about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, putting kind of a downer on all of it. And he originally gave the rating an 8.5 because he gave like all the Pokemon games a rating, and he said that Scarlet and Violet was 8.5. And this person here says, did you take those bugs into account for your 8.5 rating of the game? And he said nope. So maybe he would give kind of a worse rating now that we know about the actual like bugs and stuff like that. We have HH Jan saying, oh my goodness, we are expecting a lot of game breaking and soft lock glitches, but I'm also worried if we save everywhere, will the XY Lumio City save glitch happen again? So again, more and more problems kind of surfacing from this whole kind of situation here. We also have this tweet here, you know, where he's saying, obviously remember to frequently save your game, and this person says, do you need to save from time to time after updating the first day patch? You are not afraid of being stuck in the wall and can't get out. So basically there's loads of glitches that are gonna like stick you in the wall, and if you obviously save whilst you're in the wall, you won't be able to get out of the wall, and it will break the game and you'll have to restart the whole save file. So it doesn't seem like it's just a couple of like little bugs and glitches and stuff where maybe like a tree's floating or something, or, you know, a Pokemon's floating in the air or whatever, or is like a little bug here or there. It actually sounds like there's quite a few game-breaking bugs which will make you have to restart your whole save file, because the game will just break. So yeah, you will have to save frequently for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and of course if there is an autosave feature, as I said earlier, it's probably worth turning it off, because you don't want it to glitch out whilst it's auto-saving, because then the whole thing can potentially corrupt and stuff like that. We also have Centro Leaks here, kind of just putting all of the latest information into the thread, saying Leaker says the current build of the game has many wall clipping bugs, so that's like getting stuck in the wall and stuff, where you can get stuck. Hopefully they will be fixed before release. Also says the post game is disappointing. So the whole like post game disappointing situation, like I don't really know what to expect about that. We haven't really had any leaks to my knowledge about the post game. So a lot of people were hoping that we would go to like Kalos and stuff like that, because obviously Kalos borders Paldea. But unfortunately that's not the situation that's going to be happening. So I feel like the disappointing post game could be something similar to I don't know, just maybe like a couple of missions potentially. I was hoping there'd be like a few legendaries that are post game and stuff. Like the third legendary is apparently going to be DLC. So the post game's not even going to like incorporate the third legendary into it. I was hoping that maybe we'd find like some new Terra types or something, like dual type Terra kind of types. You could have like fire, water, or something as like a Terra type instead of just single fire and single water. That might potentially be coming in the DLC. But yeah, apparently because it's disappointing, I'm expecting something like, I don't know, yeah, a couple of missions, maybe like the whole Master Trainer situation with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, where there's just like a few battles that you have to do. It's unfortunate. Obviously, these games are getting DLC, so the post game isn't like too worrisome, because, you know, we're going to get more content for it. Like, if you're not going to get any more content for a game, the post game kind of has to slap, because otherwise you're kind of done with the game. But with DLC, like, we know we're getting DLC. We know we're getting big DLC packs for these games. So yeah, I'm not like hugely disappointed about the whole like disappointing post game, because like I said, the DLC should hopefully make up for that. The leaker specifically says that he doesn't think the bugs will be fixed before release, and to be prepared to save frequently. So I don't know where Riddler Q said that he doesn't think the bugs will be fixed before release. He's probably like replied to someone that said, like, asked about it. But that makes it a little bit more worrying, because the leaker is, you know, he's literally come out and said, you know, there's these game breaking bugs, gonna have to save frequently, might get stuck in a wall, probably not gonna get fixed, deal with it. He's like, don't take my word for it. When you play the game, you're gonna be seeing how, like, you know, what I'm talking about. He also gave like typings to the rest of the regions as well. So he quote retweeted this, saying from Kanto to Paldea. So Kanto is poison, Johto is rock, Hoenn is water. Obviously makes sense why Hoenn is water. Sinnoh is steel. Unova is dragon. We also have Kalos being fairy, Alola being psychic, and then oh my god, Sword and Shields, oh my god, it's gone, you know what I mean, is fighting, and then Paldea is bug impression wise. So that's kind of the typings he gave to all of the different kind of regions we've had so far. So yeah, you kind of understand why a couple of them are the way they are. Like Hoenn is obviously going to be water. I don't know why Kanto is poison, but yeah, apparently the Paldea region is super buggy, and that's why Galar, there we go. It was in the back of my head, Galar is Sword and Shield. But yeah, that's why that's going to be bug. Moving on, we also have Soul Silver Rock kind of talking about this, saying, spoilers, Black and White 2 is Dragon Rock. So he obviously gave it a dual type. He originally said here it was Dragon, but he gave it a dual type in a reply because of all the dragons, but also an epic story. Like Black and White 2 is like a solid, like they're solid games. The storyline's great. There's not really too many things that are bad about them, probably apart from like maybe them replicating a few Kanto Pokemon, because it's rock solid. That means Scarlet and Violet is very buggy with a possibly dark plot or theme. The bug discussion is long bottom line. Game Freak probably fixed big ones, but there's a lot they left. I think they will have all of the game-breaking bugs fixed. We will get a day one patch, which hopefully is actually on the first day, and we don't actually go into the games with these like massive game-breaking bugs. It wouldn't be as bad because, you know, on day one, you wouldn't really necessarily lose a lot of data, but you don't really want to lose any anyway. But this is an open world game. There will always be bugs, and many of them. There will probably be minor ones they left to be patched later or never. As you can see, Ku acknowledges a day one patch, and I feel it's very likely to happen. I personally feel similar to Ku about this. I don't really care about bugs unless they block big quests / content in the game. I also hope they don't make ways for people to strongly exploit the game, making certain features useless, like Sword and Shield G-Max raid dens. So yeah, obviously we've had a lot of bugs in the past, like Sword and Shield. You could exploit the whole raid dens to make it always a shiny. I mean, I don't even need to get into about BDSP. People were cloning Pokemon left, right, and center like it was going out of fashion. Like, that was a whole different situation. So we've obviously had quite a few big bugs in recent Pokemon games. And yeah, this is where he's obviously going into detail about it, like being patched the first day. So HJ Jan saying, will the rating be affected if we consider the bugs? I rate Pokemon games by concept, design, ideas, story, battle gimmicks, online elements, and gameplay features. Bugs can always be fixed. I don't care about it very much. I'm someone that loves Skyrim and Fallout, even though they all had tons of really bad bugs in them. Q also mentioned post-game details. Ironic, as I've had a tweet planned about this very subject for a while now, so I'll revise and tweet it in a few hours. So yeah, apparently the post-game, not too good. Game-breaking bugs, not fun. And yeah, to say frequently. So unfortunately, some bad news about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Hopefully they fix all the game-breaking ones. Q doesn't think they're going to, but I mean, they can't really release a game where you can literally get stuck in walls and it, like, make you delete your save and stuff like that. Fingers crossed anyway. And then this is just the update of all the new the Paradox Pokemon typings we know so far. This is just a quick kind of rundown. Obviously, Scarlet, these are version exclusives to Scarlet, these are version exclusives to Violet. Amoonguss is Grass something. Jigglypuff is Fairy something. Mischievous is Ghost Fairy. Volcarona is Bug Fighting. Salamence is Dragon Dark. Donphan is Ground Fighting. Magneton we don't know. Suicune we don't know. Of course, Suicune DLC. We then have Delibird, which is Ice Water. We have Gallade, which is Fighting Fairy. Hariyama, which is just part Fighting something. Volcarona's Future Form, which is Fire Poison. Tyranitar, which is something. Donphan, which is Ground Electric. Hydreigon, which is apparently Dragon Flying, because Riddler-Q came out and said swap Salamence and Hydreigon's typings. And then also Virizion is question marks as well. So they're all the latest leaks for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Some bad news, really. But hopefully it does get sorted before the day one patch. Either way, though, what are your thoughts on all of this stuff? Let me know. Do you think it's going to be as bad as it seems, or do you think it's going to be, fine? It's going to be sorted, everything like that. Hopefully, the latter. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. Let's try and hit 500. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.